This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews. Killing time before Watchmen Season 1 Episode 3 comes out. So we're playing a little Outer Worlds around Part 9. We're on the groundbreaker space station ship. A great big freaking trade. It's a great big ship that other ships come to trade. So it's like a space station, but it's mobile and it stays in one spot apparently. I guess it can move, but we just finished looking up some stuff, and we're gonna go and get into some trouble. I think we got some bounties, at least one bounty to do. So let's check our journal here. Okay, well, we're not going there. Okay, so we're going to introduce Parvati to June Lee Tennyson.
Didn't I request no more from...
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen will be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
Simulate, I like that.
Simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pain. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Why do we have cows on board?
Make yourself at home, Captain.
We should probably give some of this stuff to people that are on the crew.
This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us. What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us. I'm counting on it. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
Just stretching your legs, boss? Good to see you, boss. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays. That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks in the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way. Stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong in the system, but we still had to live in it. We still had to play by the board's rules. Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars and knowing you could never aspire to be anything more than a box hauler. That's what it's like. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding a jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it. Oh, I can be civilized. Proper civilized too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't didn't pick me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. That's just crazy talk. You know we'd never have a problem. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in the pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with me. My parents, ironically, they internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith. A faith that brought joy to them, regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How you doing, Don? What's up?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain
Well, hello.
skills during my years serving a particular...
I'm just killing time until Watchmen comes on.
Led sermons, Provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
Oh yeah. Were they any good? I don't know.
Taking it easy?
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
I can't remember everything I've been doing. I've been making so much stuff. I think the last one I did was Venom. Uh, oh, and then I did Dead Man Logan and what was the other one? Deceased. That's right. Deceased.
Hey, that pad down there. Is the lights off?
You don't pay your docking fees, your ship gets seized. I've seen it happen.
All right, this person's over here getting in the way.
Real slick.
Holy crap! Like everybody's with me. Where the hell did you guys come from? I picked the guy to come with me. Well, I don't know if that's still you out there, but I did a review for The Nightingale. Uh,
Do wipe the blood it's
that's a pretty harsh movie, but it was really worth watching. Right, it wouldn't actually highlight them, so I don't know if I've got the same people or what. This is Ellie and Felix. I don't want Ellie and Felix. This whole video is going to be me trying to get rid of these two people. I'm trying to use, I have to use the Vicar and I have to use Parvati. They both have missions. These two don't. I don't know what's going on. If I can maybe get rid, how do I get rid of them? I didn't tell them to come with me.
What was I going to feel ennui?
Oh, there's a light underneath their damn names. Oh, jeez Louise. I didn't see the freaking light. Well, that's cool though. You got two, like in a fight or whatever, you'd have two people with you. That's pretty dope. This looks like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There we go. So, like 21 minutes in, we actually have the right people with us. And hopefully, my holographic disguise will keep us. Oh man, there's a lot of people in here. Oh geez, we're running out of time too.
Nicely done. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Yeah. Let's get the hell out of here.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities?
All right, man. See you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in.
Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding them. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Okay, well, we're obviously not leaving the planet yet, so let's do the other part. Yeah, let's go introduce these two together. Gotta give this guy a helmet. There we go.
thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here. I have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
From the dangers of alien wildlife and the uncontrollable. Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bound to fester. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer...
So that's probably the people we saw in the last episode.
Cute. My grandmother taught me that one. I was afraid it had fallen out of style. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Okay, so we are... Well, that's a companion thing we don't need to do. We still need to find that. We don't need to do that, so... We're going Roseway. Science weapon.
C&D chicken and potatoes. At C&D, we know our C&D.
If it's between the unreliable and the rest and go, I believe I'll sleep in the ship.
Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway? You don't hurry up. Someone will get to snooping around there before you do. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss June Lay. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junelay's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, sir. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Yes, dearie? Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that shouldn't be too tough. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
picked up some weird chatter on my way in. Seemed to come from Monarch?
Okay, we're gonna save this just in case this goes south real quick. Okay, just in case we get busted. Hey, Paul. Science weapon, science weapon. We are looking for a science weapon. You didn't find anything.
Even flying the outer systems route.
I mean, if it's telling me to go to the damn ship, we're not going to the ship. Acquired the space science weapon and groundbreaker. The log on Hawthorne's terminal mentioned rumors from the groundbreaker of scientists who bragged about a powerful weapon he was researching. Perhaps more details can be found on the station. Another of Hawthorne's logs mentioned looking in Gladys' shop for old records. Apparently, the smuggler acquired several leads that way. I guess we go to his lab? No, they said that she's got records. Maybe there's something in here? Man, I don't even care about Terminator anymore, man. Those movies are just... to be honest with you, here's real honesty here, okay? I mean, I always try to be honest, but honestly, I like the first Terminator just fine. And I think the special effects in the second one were pretty good. But honestly, I just never really gave a shit about Terminator. Like, I didn't like the kid in Terminator 1 or Terminator 2. I didn't like Edward Furlong. I don't like him. And Terminator 3 was just, I didn't like that. I just didn't, I don't really like those movies. Like, the logic, or the time logic in those movies just don't make sense to me. Like, if they stopped Judgment Day, then how is there a freaking Terminator coming back to kill him still? Like, I don't, I'm sure everybody's got an answer for my little things, but I've been listening to other people's reviews, and they did basically the same mine, man. Those, like, doesn't really make sense. But if you like it, that's fine. You know, a lot of people like those movies. Even the guys on Red Letter Media, well, at least Mike on Red Letter Media, he thought the movie was fine, and I'm sure it's fine. You know, I just don't really, I just don't care about Terminator. I didn't see Genesis. I bet you those freaking papers are in there, man. I bet you they're in there. Man, there's a lot of freaking stuff to steal in here. Yeah, the timeline's messed up, and I just kind of feel like it's disrespectful to what's the point of even watching Terminator 2 now, knowing that he just gets killed in the beginning of this one. This one's saying that the Terminator 3, Terminator Salvation, and Terminator Genesis don't matter. And it's negating the fact that they saved the world from Skynet and then immediately killed John Connor afterwards. And that just to me says to everybody who's been in love with Terminator for all these years, it's a great big middle finger to those people. Because honestly, why even bother with it except for if you can just watch it and not care about the end, the
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flavors. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. We won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
man, I'm not paying this guy, and we gotta kill him anyway. So fuck it. Yeah, I didn't know I was gonna be reaching for my freaking uh, darn assault rifle, but okay, so now we just need the parts. It says the parts are right over there, so what is that? Are there stairs over here going up? Yeah.
Here they come!
Where are my guys fighting at? No, 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 no. We are not doing that. Alright, so we just lost a guy. We're loading our game back up. I didn't even know we were getting into a scrap down there. I'm up top and they're fighting down there. But that's probably a good time to stop the stream anyway, because the show Watchmen's coming on in a little bit and I need to get ready for that. So we're going to end it here. We've been on for almost an hour. So I want to thank Don for stopping in. I want to thank Paul for stopping in. Thanks for showing support for the channel. I hope you guys are liking the new content that's coming, or at least the new schedule. So we got Watchmen tonight. We got His Dark Materials tomorrow. We got Batman the Animated Series tomorrow. The Batman review is already done. I just got to upload it for tomorrow. And then but I got to upload Watchmen first. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Paul, for being here too. I really appreciate it.